Hi everyone, it's Mrs. Brimlow, and today we're going to continue talking about probability. So if you could turn to page 4 in your packet, my notes are already pre-filled, so if you need to, just pause the video at any point to catch up, and I'll try to go at a good pace for you to keep up. So probability is a measure of likelihood that a specific event will happen. And we say that probability has values between 0 and 1, where 0 means the event is impossible and where 1 means it's 100%. So if we take a look at a line, I really like this website Math is Fun for some of their visuals. So you can see on this line, 0 is impossible, unlikely 1 in 6 chance. So it is a possibility, but probably won't happen. Even chance, such as flipping a coin, 50-50 shot, heads or tails. Likely that you'd pick, in this case, a blue circle compared to a red, and thumbs up for 1, which is 100% likely. So you can also use fractions and decimals and percent. So kind of doing a little review with that as well, and looking at it like a number line. So they have fractions, they have the percent form and decimal form. So here's an example showing something that's not going to happen and something that will. So a sun will rise tomorrow. That's going to happen, okay? So 100% chance that's going to happen. I will not have to learn mathematics at school. That's a 0% chance. That's one of your core subjects you'll be learning throughout your entire education. So that is impossible. I flip a coin and it will land heads up. There are 2 sides, so it's 50-50 chance, 1 out of 2 chances. Choosing a red ball from a bag of 3, 1 red and 3 green. So there's a chance of picking the red, but because there are more green, it's not as likely. So it would be more over here. Now, if this said picking a green ball, that would be over here because you have more of them to pick from. Okay. So once again, an event that will not happen, impossible, would be 0, and something that will happen would be a 1, which is the same as saying 100%, and then you have everything in between. Okay. All right, so finding probability. When all outcomes are equally likely, the probability of an event is the ratio of the number of favorable outcomes to the number of total number of outcomes. So we find it by writing it as a fraction, once again, number favorable to the total. So favorable would be what we want to see. For example, I roll a dice and I want an odd number. So I'd be looking to roll either 1, 3, or 5. Those are my favorable outcomes. So it would be 3 out of 6 sides because there are 6 sides. So I have half or 50% chance of rolling an odd number on a 6-sided dice from 1 to 6. Okay. So we have this example here. Once again, mine are already filled out. So I'm actually going to move this to the side and we're going to focus on this spinner. Okay. So what is the likelihood we're going to get an odd number? So there are 10 numbers here, 1 through 10, 1, 3, 5, 7, 9. So we have 5 in 10 chances, or half or 50% chance of getting an odd number. Okay. Multiple of 4. So that means when I skip count by 4, or a number that 4 goes into, or a number divisible by 4. So 4 and 8 are the only 2 here. The next one would be 12, but the highest they go is 10. So 4 and 8, that's 2 out of 10, which is the same as 1/5, or 20% chance. So it's more likely we'll spin an odd number than we will getting a multiple of 4. Prime number. So prime numbers are numbers where the only factors are 1 in itself. So we have 2, 3, 5, and 7 here. So there's 4 out of 10 chances, which is the same as 2 out of 5, or 40% chance. Okay. So even or greater than 5. So your number has to fall into one of those categories. So if we look at our even numbers, we've got 2 and 4. Those are less than 5, but they're even. And then greater than 5. So 6, 7, 8, 9, 10. So 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7 options out of 10, which is the same as 70%. Okay, so it's very likely that this would happen. So yesterday we really focused on what was a favorable outcome, what the listing them, the number of them, and now we're actually turning it into the likelihood, the probability that we would get those things. You've got another example here. Okay. So what I'd like you to do is finish the notes. So finish page 4, work on page 5, and then I'd like you to do page 6. Okay. So you're finishing this next example on page 4. You're going to do page 5, and then you're going to work on page 6. The why did the teacher jump in the pool riddle. Okay. If you have any questions, let me know, and I will chat with you soon.